Okay, I don't know what's going on with the system. Maybe it's overlaid. Okay. Okay, okay, friends. While I was trying to sort the thing out, I don't know what's going on with the system. I've been sitting with it for about a week now, trying to get everything so that we're not having problems. And it's looking like this is telling me I have to go and buy a new laptop. And I don't have money for a laptop. I'm not going to lie. I know I should get a new laptop. I just don't have the money. We're not making money on the show. So there's no expenses that I can go and say, okay, I'll go and buy money, laptop. At least I'm looking at a good 600, 700. And your girl does not have that kind of money. And that's just the truth. So just manage with me until I can raise it. Then I will, I'll be able to get on with, like giving you better. Yes. Hey. Mr. Femi, na the system. Oh, I don't have money. I need to buy a new laptop so I can use the laptop to what money no day. So please just accept me as I am. So thank you so much for joining. I'm already seeing people lined up and everything. So we just hop straight to the show because you know as I said, system has let me down a bit, but we are more than overcomers, as we say. So what's the week been like? The week, I'm telling you, the coldest. Can you see how I'm dressed like an Eskimo? I'm wearing one of those hoodie things. Like it is ridiculously cold. Ridiculously cold. So you have to dress like small Eskimo. Yes. So it's been cold. I've got a show tomorrow that I'm performing in. I'm acting in a play, and I'm excited but also scared silly about it. And then I have another play on Friday. Then I start to do final rehearsals for it is back to back to back like that. And out of four dances, I think I've only learned three. The fourth one is just looking at me like, so, you know, um, again, meeting people, getting new experiences, figuring if is up and down, but we just thank God for everything. So that's what's been happening. Now we are going to be talking about something that is really and I just didn't understand how it worked. Hello, can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on with the system. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Yeah, I
me?
can hear you. What's going on? Why is it not coming out audible?
Yeah, the
I can hear
problem
you.
was
Can you hear me?
yes, but you're breaking. So I think the problem was I was setting up my mic again, so I disconnected it and I didn't connect it back. So I just realized from the comment section that people were not hearing me. Okay, take it from since nobody heard me, start all over again. You can't hear me. Abby, are you frozen? Mm. Okay, I think I have to start all over again. I said so, but 1 second. Good day, everyone. Yeah, welcome back to the show. Abi, Mongolo Croonings with Abi and friends. So, we've wasted enough time trying to sort out technicality. So, I'll just go straight to the point. So, today's topic is the bad news competition on the social media. As the as the title implies, this has to do with how we go about disseminating information on the social media. It's almost as if there's an arms race. Everybody wants to be the first to share bad news. And we've come to a point whereby nobody even sits to consider or analyze. Sometimes the news might sound so ridiculous that it might not even sound realistic, but we don't care anymore. We've gotten to the point whereby we're still going to share the news, whether or not it sounds nice or not. And this is where the problem comes, because sometimes when the news is tragic, we don't factor in the sense. How do I put it? Like, for instance, someone dies. The person's family might not have been physically notified, but you see people who are not family members already broadcasting the news. Sorry about that. Already broadcasting the news on the social media just to be the first to announce it. And it doesn't just stop there. There are instances where people have misfortune might have befallen somebody. Maybe somebody passed out, fainted, and instead of people to come out to help, you then see everybody coming, whipping out their phones and recording the sad event. Instead of lending a helping hand, people have died because they couldn't. Nobody in their right senses could say, "Oh, let's do a CPR, this mouth to mouth resuscitation thing." Nobody will ever, they'll just sit there and whip out their phones and be recording. Even in funerals, people go to funerals to record when they when they are moving the casket into the ground, or they are putting it into the furnace of what do they call it, the cremation furnace. So we need to start we need to talk about these things, because it's making us lose our humanity. It's like we don't have, I don't know, we are losing our marbles. Something happens, the next thing, somebody wants to, I'm the first, I break it, and maybe it might turn out to be false, or it just might be true. But the point is, it's not healthy for us. It's not something we should embrace. It's not something well, I don't know how we reason, because the world is now upside down. What is good is bad, and what is bad is good. So even me talking like this, I'm a little bit cautious of the way I mention things like this, because you never know. People just don't understand. The sensibilities of the families involved are not even considered. Everybody just does whatever they like. Nobody cares. Nobody
Can
cares.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what was going on
I think
because
it's your network.
I couldn't get on. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get on. Yeah, I could see that you had jumped on, but I couldn't. So I want to apologize to everybody. So where have you spoken?
So I was talking about
Because I
people
couldn't
releasing.
hear you. I couldn't hear anything that was going on.
No problem. I was talking about people releasing sensitive information, especially when someone dies. The family doesn't know about it. Then you want to be the first to jump and release the news to the whole world, and the family gets to find out on social media that that tragedy occurred. You understand? Not even thinking how they feel, whether it was appropriate, the way you disseminate the information, because you're not there when the family is receiving the information. All you care about is how to
Yeah,
be.
that's basically.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. That's basically what the whole thing is about. Like the rush of people to jump on, like they hear bad news, they don't even wait to confirm. They're just in a hurry. And like someone was telling me a couple of days ago that their parents died, and unfortunately they weren't near. And someone was like, I was like, you just wonder that is it to them, is it good news? Because she said, next thing, I wasn't at home, I wasn't near home, and next thing I picked up my phone to look at my Instagram, and someone had already put, "Oh, gone too soon, rest in peace, mommy, kiriko, blah 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 blah. Oh, you were this, you were that." Ah, so people were now like, ah, when did this happen? Kiriko, kiriko. And the person was now reading, and she tagged her. The person that put out the news tagged the daughter to the news, which is why she showed up. And people were like, ah, what kind of thing is this? Has the daughter even heard? And she was like, ah, no, I just left the house. Mommy unfortunately has passed away. I was like, are you okay? The daughter of the woman has not even heard. You went to tag her in the news of her mother passing, and she herself has not even heard. So people are not calling her. Next, her phone started to ring. Is it true? And she's like she was in a state of confusion. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know anything. Say, but we just saw it on Instagram. You were tagged. Say, I don't even know what this person is talking about. And so, of course, she's trying to call home. That's when they called and say, how did you find out? Say, that it was on so and so person's Instagram. Say, then the person just came to buy something in their compound and heard the news and thought that the next thing to do was to jump on social media, justice. If they decide to do dongle justice on people like that now, they'll say, ah, it's wickedness. But that kind of person, don't they deserve flogging?
I
Like,
think
in what world?
I think technology is making us lose our humanity, and that's just it.
Hmm.
We're losing our humanity. Those days when you break this kind of news to people, you have to see the person's condition, allow the person to eat first, then you hang around the person. More people will come for solidarity, they'll be around. At least when the person starts seeing many people coming, the person will start you start suspecting something is wrong. But when you have enough people to comfort the person, then somebody will now take the bull by the horns and say, oh, hey, the reason why we're here, your father really loved you. This one down. They'll start talking in parables before they hit the nail on the head. But now, in fact, when I can imagine that after your friend saw it, she could not even pick her phone to call him because her phone will be ringing from people who want to know what's happening. And it's
Exactly.
carrying the calls she's trying to make to get. Oh God.
She said it was like somebody hit her with a 4x4 plank. Like she was dazed, confused, because one part of her is going, what? My mom? No, it cannot be true. I know this has to be a sick joke. Like she was debating with herself, panicking, shaking. Thank God her husband was there. So her husband was like, oh yeah, he now took his own phone, called, managed to get through, because of course all the lines were confused and everything. Managed to get through. Kilo Shele, what is going on? Ha, please, oh, we found out that Kiniko, your wife has found out that her mom has died. We were still planning on how we were going to break the news to her, but we found out that apparently she's been tagged on Instagram. People started insulting the person that went to post the news and say, I was just sharing the news. And this is the crazy thing, they will now double down on their bad behavior. Hey, I was just only trying to share the news now. I was just trying, it's because of love for mommy. Who sent you? You and your stupid love. Who sent you? And next thing, you'll be like, okay, hey, I get it. So take it off. But the damage has been done.
Guess what I did last 2 weeks? I didn't even just you. Last 2 weeks, I finally had it. I was following Sahara reporters on Twitter and on what they call it, Twitter and on Facebook. Now, there's some, every time they send messages, it's always, every time Sahara reporters sends, hey, how you doing, Mr. H?
Hey, Mr. H.
Hello, good
Well
evening.
done. Oh.
So
Welcome.
anytime Sahara Reporter sends messages, right? They always write all their titles breaking news, or even when it's a senseless post, they'll still write breaking news. And me, when I was growing up, I thought breaking news was for something that is important, that everybody needs to pay attention, and for where it's always one silly, stupid information they are trying to share. So when I had enough of it, I was like, you know what? It's not their fault. I'm the one who went to subscribe to them. So I'm actually the one looking for trouble. They are doing their business. I'm the one disturbing them. So I just went and unfollowed them everywhere. And that's how I had peace. Every 30 minutes, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Then I left Insta Blog Niger last year because I just like how these things even happen. Some of these news even make you depressed. Like you have there's nothing linking you with the personalities or the issue they are discussing. And some of those news, by the time you finish reading or watching, you become more depressed than you were before, and you start regretting, why did I even click this thing?
Is that one? You see, this is why I know people laugh at me and say, "Ah, Abby, how can you not like technology?" Now, let me explain something about me and technology. About 6 years ago, now before 6 years ago, so years ago, I used to be super computer, like anything computer. My first computer that I ever bought, I built it. I didn't call it anybody to build it for me. I built that computer myself, the very first one. Then when I came to this country and I bought my laptop, the memory wasn't big enough for me. So I went and bought memory and I built it into the laptop. People were like, how do you know these things? I just had a connection with computers. I'd never studied computer engineering, nothing, but I just had a connection. I would look at a computer and I'll be able to figure it out.
Wow, this Abby's network.
Then 6 years ago, I had a really nasty, I banged my badly against glass. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
I banged my head very bad. Uh-huh. I banged my head badly against glass, which bounced me onto a table and then onto the floor. And I lost my memory for days. And when I came to and I could now like figure out things, I just discovered that anything computer looks like Greek to me. And they start to overwhelm me. So like on my phone, notifications of anything because I just want to have that peace. So I will go and open it when I am good and ready. So unfortunately, I won't see it because that peace of mind is so important to me. I'm like, I'm not doing notification of anything just so I can have peace of mind. Because when you see, in fact, I wonder how the school of journalism feels all over the world because this is not a Nigerian problem. It's a world problem. It's a global problem.
Yeah, network.
Everybody
Yeah,
in
good
a
evening.
hurry. Someone will people holding a phone. Is
Okay.
dying again. Hello, sorry. I don't know this. Hey, this network. I don't know. It's against me today. It's a world problem. Now, people, when if there's an accident, you will be more likely to find people holding a mobile phone and filming the victims than picking up that mobile phone to call for help, to call for an ambulance. It's crazy. It's crazy how far people go with these things. So sometimes it's just saddening. Mr. H, what are
Yeah,
your thoughts? Mr. Yobami, thank you for coming back. And then he left.
yeah.
Mr. H, please share your thoughts with us. Yes.
The thing is that to a lot of people want to hear um, the news media. Like as I say, the what do you call it? The internet is vast now, and you see that everybody is just trying to be popular. Everybody just trying to be famous, and you see even bloggers, especially, and you would know, like recently the bloggers have been behaving very very badly. And let's take an example, the David son's death, where some people were saying he died. Some people come out and say he didn't die. Some said he's in the hospital. Everybody just bringing their own scenario, and you can see the way even the men of God, everybody's now prophesying. I saw this, I didn't see this, it was going to happen, it didn't happen. You know, the thing is that there's competition of everybody want to put out the news there, and everybody want to be the first to talk about it. Like if anything happens now, you see it on social media, and everybody just looking for any avenue to be popular, you know, on to trend. Would I give that example? Like uh, to trend. And you see news outlets too, you know, like Ron was sharing his own. You see some new outlets, because I've even had uh, 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 problems with a Punch newspaper in Nigeria, where you will see some of the news they put online. You begin to wonder, is this the same Punch that we used to know? Is it the same? It's not even newsworthy. What they are saying is not even newsworthy, and you begin to wonder what is going on here. Is because they want to be in a competition with other news outlets, and sometimes they give wrong information. They mislead people to thinking this. Then later they start coming, oh, it was like this, it is not like that. You know, social media has really made people what would I say, struggle, like a struggle, a survival of the fittest for news. And this is it's very very bad, you know. Like our brother Ron was saying just now. And whatever happens there, you see that people want to bring out the news. Like, you know, they said a child drawn, and somebody's now bringing a video somewhere of another child somewhere in the bed, and they said, oh. And even a blogger that's very popular, that has like thousands of followers, is coming out to pop champagne, and I begin to wonder what is going on here. And so it is the order of the day. And I think Facebook and other social media platforms should begin to clamp down on
I can't
this
hear
so-called
anything.
bad news. Can you hear me now? Yeah. To begin to clamp down on these
Go
social
out and come
devices.
in. Go out and come in, Abby.
Me?
Oh, Abby, let me remove Abby.
Oh,
Go
okay.
back.
So you begin to see all this kind of nasty
Can you hear us now?
behavior. Can you hear us now?
Abby. Uh,
Can you hear us?
Go out, go out, go out. Go. Continue. Let her try and sort it out. Continue. Let her try and sort it out.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that there's this competition for news. You know, anything that happens out there, the new news outlets wants to bring them out. And you see, the problem we are really having is this so-called bloggers and all this gistimania, all this gossip news, olofofo news on news. You know, it's all over the whole place, and it's not only in Nigeria. You know, it's worldwide. You see other places too, and you hear there's some countries that are trying to crack down on these issues. So my own take on the matter is that social media has become a platform for people to look at the bad things and bring it out to be more popular and to be more famous. So it's just a very bad trend that is going around.
I don't know where I'll talk later. Ayobami, are you there? Ayobami, are you
Good
there?
evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Wait to do your camera, sir.
NEPA no give us light, so you can barely see me.
Oh my goodness.
As usual, it's usually blackout. But hopefully, one of these Tuesdays we'll have light. You see me.
Just okay, shoot, sir.
Oh, I don't know the topic of discourse anyway, but I'm
Me-
seeing the bad news competition on social media.
This urge for people to always disseminate bad news, share news of somebody who is deceased, even when the family hasn't really been informed. Uh,
Mm.
Bringing out your phone to record yourself helping somebody that is distressed.
Okay.
That's
I
what.
don't know. I don't know if you've seen this James Bond movie. It was Pierce Brosnan and
For your information, I've seen all.
okay. There's okay. We're on the same page then. Then it was against this news whatever outlet.
Yeah,
I don't.
that's tomorrow never dies.
God bless you. So that tomorrow never dies. There's this line the protagonist used in the movie when he said, I don't know if you can remember, there's no news like bad news. Do you
Yes,
remember that line?
yes.
Do you know that line alone that it captions it all? I'm echoing. I don't know why I'm echoing.
I check your
Someone
phone
has
or your
two devices on.
Just hold on.
check whether your YouTube is on. Off your YouTube.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's better now. So I think that line,
Wait,
there's
wait,
no
wait.
news.
So everybody should mute their YouTube. If you are watching YouTube from your phone or a laptop, mute it.
Or if you are watching television, yes.
Please mute it here.
So somebody's watching you YouTube. Somebody's watching.
Let's mute everybody. Let's just mute everybody.
The problem is Mr. H.
Is Mr. H. As soon as I muted you, see, you came on and it's echoing again.
Check on your computer. Off your TV. Check on off your YouTube. Mute your YouTube. Check your system. You are on this. Check your laptop. Something else is making noise. Something else is making noise.
And now?
Wait.
It's not making noise anymore.
Okay, it's not making noise. Okay, so Ayobami, continue, please.
So okay, just a recap. So that movie, Tomorrow Never Dies by James Bond, Pierce Brosnan, the is it the protagonist or the antagonist now? I don't know. Whoever. The boss, yeah, the boss. Like we generally call the boss. Like
The boss.
yeah.
It's true, the boss.
that line that I said there's no news like bad news obviously has shown that bad news sells more. Bad news sells more. And the issue we have, we should not I think it's general, it's all over the world. It will be myopic to limit it to only Nigeria or Africa as a whole. We have a general issue all over the world. And the issue is money. In my own observation, I think social media took another turn entirely when the COVID crisis hit. We're all bored. There was nothing much to do in the house. So all we had was, okay, what is happening in Europe? what is happening in the USA, what is happening in China, what is happening in Afghanistan. And we could see virtually everything with just a click on the phone. And with the niche that bad news sells more, that traction, we're still coming back to money now. If I give you more content and content, bad news, you will in turn pay me.
Yeah.
Me, I'm home. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything because the COVID hit. There's a global inflation. So I need money. I need to be relevant. I need to dish out content. I need to be paid. So I need to give out bad news. So in order to stay liquid. I don't know if I'm
Ayobami, you know you're very correct. That Twitter ban that happened in Nigeria.
God, I'm still coming to that too. I'm still coming to that too. Do you understand? Yeah, we're in the spirit together. So
I even have a funny story about it.
Sir?
I even have a funny story too about the Twitter ban and what
you see now. The spirit is one. The spirit is one. Can you see? So I need to dish out content. And dishing out content, bad news, I need to dish out more bad news. Look at hospitals. They just rolled out 30,000 dead bodies. They could not get a COVID injection or whatever it is to resuscitate or bring them back to life. So they are dying in thousands. You will click. And the more you click, the more traction they get. And the more money all these, whatever it is, Facebook and Twitter, they pay. As you are getting relevance, you are also getting relevance in also all these outlets will start seeing you come and do adverts for us now, since you have this so and so followers. So it's all about the money. It's all about the money. Then now come to our content creators, which I think they are the king of the social media space in Nigeria, right? And all over the world. Then come to TikTok and the rest of them. It all boils down to one, money. They are doing this thing for money, so there's no control. The control that we once enjoyed on Twitter, if there was like a control on Facebook, even Facebook before, there are some things you can't say, but now anything goes.
Anything
goes now. Because I think they are struggling. I don't know much about all this economy, whatever it is, but I know there's inflation, and Facebook is actually having it very difficult because TikTok is stealing a lot from Facebook right now. So anything goes on Facebook, so there's no control anymore. We used to have this control. There are some set of nudity that cannot go online. There are some set of gory images that cannot go online.
Twitter allows porn, not just nudity.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Anything goes now because everybody will fight for market. So I will keep going and keep going and keep going. But the thing is, the primary aim of all these outlets, and because of this lack of control, is as a result of money. The traction they are bringing, they are getting money in return. I don't know if you get my point. That's why the fact that Elon Musk said he's collecting $8 per tick. People are still there. People are still paying.
But I don't know. It's not mod anymore.
Is that what?
People are not. They canceled that thing, because of impersonation.
Yeah, but it happened. It happened last week. That guy that impersonated one pharmaceutical and said the vaccine is free or something. I don't know if you saw the news, Mr. H.
No.
Eh?
There was this guy that impersonated. Yes, he did a dummy account, impersonated somebody and said this vaccine is for free. Polio vaccine or something is for free. And before you know, the stock market for that product dropped by something percent. I've forgotten. I don't know if you saw the news. So these are things that, and Elon Musk did as if he didn't even hear. So far, he's making money. I don't know if you understand my point, Mr. Ron. It's all boiled down to money.
That's the problem the problem with Twitter is, in fact, I was
so there's no control for bad news.
It's all about money now.
Yeah.
And I wonder what Jack Dorsey thinks of Elon Musk buying Twitter.
What is his opinion is irrelevant now. It's out.
I didn't get that.
Sorry?
Please, hello, hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello?
It keeps breaking. What? I didn't get that. Sorry.
I said, I wonder what Jack Dorsey thinks now of Elon Musk buying Twitter, because Twitter is no longer Twitter again.
He's developing. I think he developed an app, and within the space of a week, I think he got 30,000 active users or something. I don't know. The news is just sketchy, but it's coming up. It's coming up with something else. And the way Elon Musk is going, that definitely is going to bring down Twitter if somebody else doesn't buy it.
Yeah, I'm not on Discord. I don't send all those things again.
So it in the long story short, bad news sells more. So definitely, since it's bringing in money, the global inflation, everybody wants to. I don't want to run down. So anything goes. I'm ready to allow anything go as far as it is giving me money. I don't know if you get my point. That's just my
Yeah, but it's affecting it's sorry to cut you short. It's affecting the society and the economy. It's really affecting people personally, because let me give an example, please. I don't know if you know about this lady, Oluloyo, Kemi Oluloyo. I don't know if you follow her. You know her.
Yes,
And
yes.
when David lost the son, if you see the post that this lady has been posting, you can see that it's very, very draining. And it's because, like you said just now, I respect what you said. Like, Facebook is just allowing everything, you know. And if you see what this lady is putting out there, you know, you need people. Somebody need to stop her and say, look, this is not the right time. You need to bring
Mr. H. Sorry to
Yeah.
cut you short, Mr. H.
Yeah.
But the thing is this: dishing out what she's doing, control. I don't think any social media outlet has any right to tell her what. Yes,
but that's bullying.
It is beyond. It is beyond. What I'm saying is things like this. It's personal. For instance, I'm Davido. I can choose to sue her. Yeah, but I can't. I have no right whatsoever to tell
what to say.
Mark Zuckerberg now that these are content that should not. It's left for everybody to report. I can choose to report the post.
Let me make it simple. Let me make it very simple.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't consider this, and I hope that people learn lessons from this. Once you put your business out
online,
you lose and cede control of your life. Now, Kemi Oluloyo is a good example, but when you listen to, because I saw those things last week, and I was trying to trace where it came back from. Apparently, she and Davido have been having this back and forth, and there was a time she was mentally drained. You know, she had a mental breakdown one time.
Yeah, true.
Hospitalized. That time she was mentally drained, that she needed help for people to help her. Davido was among the people mocking her. Like, she just came out of prison. She had PTSD. She had a lot of psychiatric conditions that she was dealing with. They were all
still dealing with them.
Okay, she's still dealing with them. And they were all laughing at her. Even though I try not to concern myself with these things, I felt at that time that these are not the kind of things we should be laughing with. So these are serious issues. But again, I don't like interacting with Nigerian youth before they come and start abusing my ancestors. So I just kept quiet. And I was just reading. Now, do you know what she does? She has a black book of people who have offended
her. So you just pay back time.
She does
an eye for an eye.
That's the only human being I know in Nigerian social media space. As you are offending her, she's keeping the date, time, tweet, and the medium you need to do that. It's as if she has this mystical control that will make something bad befall you. You know, once it happens, she'll go and
she will not rest.
She'll serve you breakfast with
She will
That's
not rest.
that's
She
why I
will
always
not
tell you to be very sensitive when you are dealing, because I see people abusing your papa.
Yeah.
Okay, my people,
Once it happens, you go and
John,
she will not rest.
somebody
Serve
should
you
mute.
breakfast.
Mr. Femi.
Okay,
No, it's
so
not Mr. Femi.
it's John.
Okay.
My good friend John is always coming online to talk about he's against Ron's girl ripping guys up. So there was this live, he was just talking with somebody, came on as a guest. Somebody just typed boldly that why can't death just come and take this idiot away so that we'll not be hearing from him? And I'm like, this is social media. Now, why did you have to go that far? So even God, I'm like, okay. I just said, I don't know how people are wired. Like, people are going mad.
Yeah,
The
true.
thing is that social media because anybody, even in prison, there are prisoners who have access to mobile phones, who
Fact.
are joining Twitter, Instagram. So anybody, say no, insane no, normal o, abnormal o, educated o, illiterate, rich, poor, black, white, yellow, green, everybody and anybody has access to the mobile phone, to the internet, to open an account and open their mouth and say any nonsense they want to say.
But Mr.
And
Sister,
because this
Mr.
is the
Ron.
crazy thing. Wait. The crazy thing is a lot of companies actually love to hire these controversial people to be talking, to be promoting things, and they will be paying them. So when you see that if you talk sense, nobody likes you, nobody's calling you to come and promote something. When you talk nonsense, next thing, oh my God, we want to invite you to the top something top creators and something show and everything, and you put it and you're there with the hoi polloi and all of that, everybody's rubbing shoulder and all of that. Next thing they put a billboard with your face on it. Let us not lie, this thing is addictive. You go collect the money and you will be looking for more horrible things to say so that you now remain relevant. Look at Instablog. Look at the number of followers. When Instagram shuts down Instablog, immediately open another one. Within hours, millions of subscribers. So people gravitate. They love bad news. They love to hello Twetwe. Another news today from Kiriko. Do you know that?
That's
Hello
GLB.
Twetwe. Do you see what that Twetwe? Even the Twetwe has now entered normal gist. So when somebody wants to come and gist their friend, be like, hey, hello Twetwe. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, true. Very,
Mr.
very
Femi, I can see you silently watching us. Please, what's your contribution? Mr. Yabami, don't go anywhere. Oh. Don't run away like last time. I'm still coming back to you. But I want us to go around. Mr. Femi, is he hearing me?
I think he's driving. Oh, okay, it's in the house.
Hello, Mr. Femi.
Now, left to me.
Okay, Ron, you said you had a story about that COVID. Can you share that story, please?
COVID is Twitter. You know that time the Nigerian government banned Twitter, that period. That was the most peaceful time I had on social media. You know why? When they were banning it, I noticed content creators talking that they were losing money, this. You know, I did a research on China. You know that China, right? Make no mistake, China is almost an advanced country. Like China is way advanced now.
They are an advanced country.
Very advanced, like the technology China has now, especially in civil engineering and all these social. Oh God, China has gone far. China does not allow crews on their social media. Like if what you are posting is not going to help the average Chinese brain develop or contribute positively to China, forget it. You'll be censored. You're not going to be online.
Mr.
They have
Ron,
their own internet. They have their own Twitter. They have their own everything.
Mr. Ron.
Yes.
Mr. Ron, maybe you might be right to some certain degree.
Yeah.
But you see those people now, do you know they have right now, maybe you should do research more. I came across that thing. Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
So now, anything does not go on like it is not as bad as it is in Nigeria.
That's what
But
I'm saying.
do you know that they have factories? But just it's a little extreme. Oh, just they have like what they call it to a content factory. Do you understand? I can't really say much about. I'll look for the link. Maybe I'll probably share when I come across it. They have like a content factory. See, if you give me like let's say 30 minutes, I will get. But maybe next program by next week, I'll get the link across. They have like a content factory. Are you with me?
Yes.
Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, we're listening. We're listening.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
They have like a content factory where all of you come. We are ready to employ you people. I think maybe $2 per hour or something. Just be creating content. Whatever it is that you can come up with, just be creating content. They have their own social media, whatever it is. But it is not as bad as us. But they are investing people's talent. Let me put it like that.
I'm telling you now, China does not allow cruise. Anything you see on Chinese social media, it is for the development of the state of China. Like, it has to be educational, and even when it's a joke, the joke has to get a punch.
It has limits.
Not even let the limit be good, but let the punchline be that it's going to develop the minds of Chinese people to develop China. There's no time for
mostly, yeah, I won't lie. You are right. The most I come across are cooking shows, just funny clips.
And let me tell you guys something. Most of the education of the average Chinese comes from social media. You won't believe it. There are people in China that cannot go to quality school, but the mere fact that they are on social media, they learn a lot. Even from YouTube, I try to see Chinese content, and I see how they are building houses, how they are doing technology, factory. They're teaching how to make phones and all that. That's all they are interested in. They don't have time to be showing girls shaking their bombs.
No, they don't do that.
Or alphabet people misbehave. Nothing like that. It's straight sensitivity. Is this thing useful to us? Yes. If it's not useful for us, throw away.
I understand. But you know what? I'm not thinking. I want to ask a general question. What in this issue now? What is the role now? Talking about Nigeria, what is the role of NCC?
Okay, good question. I was going there. I was trying to talk about China. Then come to Nigeria. Now that Twitter ban in Nigeria. Remember that before the ban, I think they had an office in Ghana.
Yes, they do.
In Ghana.
That month, it was that month that they banned that they had a corporate headquarters in Ghana or something. I forgot.
There's something Nigerians need to understand. In as much as possible that they hate their president, and they were happy that it's because they were doing it to our president that it was giving them joy. You need to understand something. Twitter is not a governmental organization; it's a profit-making entity, right?
True.
And Twitter is in EU. Wherever they are in any EU country, Twitter must have office and they must pay taxes. And you must employ locals from that place.
Yeah, true.
Whether it's in the US, whether it's in EU, whether it's even in Asian countries. Africa was the only place where they were floating and having fun at the expense of people, doing whatever they liked, no consequence, no regulation. Do you know that they are bound by European laws on their regulations? As they get their own terms of condition, it has to be in tandem with the countries of Africa can't be posted within the EU because the laws govern these things. So after the whole nonsense that happened between Twitter and the government, they now said, okay, no problem. We are going to unban you, but you are going to have an office here. You are going to be bound by the regulations of NCC.
Are you serious?
Yes, now.
Yes.
And you'll be paying tax. This is unheard of before. I think, okay, sorry, they said one country had done. I can't remember if it was Rwanda. I know that one African country has held them to ransom before. India had already, that time they were struggling with Nigeria. India was already banning them out of India that period. So that's how India has one alternative to Twitter now.
Twitter.
Now, guess what? When they sold Twitter, guess the first people they flushed out in thousands? The Ghanaian office. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
As it just came, it was that Ghanaian office that was raining that they flushed. And guess what? It's not like they were bowing to Ghanaian broadcast regulations and all that. They were just there as if they were doing Africa a favor. And now we also need to understand that not all information is. See, listen, there's freedom of speech, right? But freedom of speech comes with a great deal of responsibility.
True.
You can be telling lies against me that will damage or assassinate my character. If I feel aggrieved, I will sue you to court. And God forbid, God bless you, you lose that case. You can't bring in evidence. You are finished, though. There's a lady
from your teeth.
There's a lady, this lady in America that was busy spreading lies about Cardi B. What's her name again? I've forgotten her name. She runs a podcast. Cardi B kept begging her and warning her. She was not listening. The woman just carry and go court. So now $4 million, Mary. Now she win on top. Cardi B win on top the woman's head. She's been wrong. She's now in Morocco hiding because she doesn't have $4 million to pay.
$4 million to pay.
But she has 4 million mouths to run.
Good. She has withdrawn all her money from America. Now, and you know American system. Once anything has to do with money, credit, or tax, till you die, that case will never go. Run wherever you are. When you come back, you're going to pay. You're going to pay for it. And this is why that's why I tell people who think that because you have social media, you can say whatever you like. When people start getting into the culture of suing people, you will then understand that people were just, in America, you can't just say anything about anybody freely. Now go check the content creators. They're always using the word alleged or supposed. They don't say any emphatic statement because
direct, they don't make it direct.
If that person sues you, you are finished.
In the UK here, you will just lose your job, bam, before you say Jack Robinson.
I'm even expecting a lot of lawsuits flying after the video comes out. I think he will be singing at the World Cup because they did a song together last year. So I was expecting him to sing at the World Cup. When it's done, I am expecting a lot of lawsuits to fly. A lot of people need to pay.
I don't think he has time to sing now. Is he singing? Well, sure. I mean, at the end of the day, life has to continue.
He came out last week for an Echo. I think it's coming out. And they had a secret wedding with Chioma, allegedly by Elo Tuetue, you said. So there's so they had the secret traditional wedding. So we are yet to hear anything from both camps. If they can't,
I know we heard all kinds of things like because they don't want that wedding to happen. That's why they killed the boy. God!
I'm expecting a lot of lawsuits. I'm expecting a lot of lawsuits, honestly. That guy, if I was the one, I would just calm down first. All those people, I will sue them all. You care me, whoever it is, I will sue. Not for the money.
This is the other thing. Ayobami, this is the other thing that that blows my mind. And I was watching something about it this afternoon, but I just got irritated. Like within the first 10 seconds, I just was like, nah, I'm not doing this. And is this content creators? Because now it is hard to even believe, and that is why I think there was a lot of confusion when it came to Davido, when it came to so many other people, because there's some content creators now who will create a situation. Now, let me give you a classic example. The case of the guy who went abroad, who was living abroad and came to Nigeria and got a prostitute for the night. And next thing, his brothers came in the morning to get him, and he couldn't find his passport and his jewelry. And they were like, no, she should check it. That they want to just check her. And she's going, I don't know what you're talking about. And everybody, even me, I fell for it. And we all had comments. Everybody was saying,
sorry, Abby, was it the who asked? Like it's not real.
It wasn't real. They came out and they're like, oh, that they blew, that people were like, oh, crazy
You're
about
joking.
them. And this
You're
is that
joking.
I'm telling you, after everybody had hypertension over the case, there's
Do you
another
know
one
this
that
one
came
that they
up
came out last week
recently.
that they said the girl was poisoned the guy or something? I heard
That
it's
is
fake.
another one.
That's another one.
That's another one. It was plan work. But it was
See,
even obvious a bit that one was plan work, because the way the thing was like really, so there was
child,
just a camera on standby at that one. People were like, hey, be careful, oh, yeah, these guys. Everybody was having and then eventually they now come out together as a group. Oh, we were playing we're having a skit. Thank you for enjoying our skit. Please stop insulting us, stop abusing the girl. The girl did not do anything. She's innocent. Even her parents have disowned her. Her father, her boyfriend have disowned her. I'm like, are you people
say,
all right?
we are still now. You can realize what I was saying.
Wait,
Money,
you know what I can
all
say about
money.
that? Let me say something about that. I have two theories going on. Even when I did a reaction video to it, but I didn't center it around them particular. But there's two things I came up with. Either it really happened, right, and they are doing damage control, or it is actually a skit. You know why it's not skit-ish per se? The guy who played what's his name, the hotel manager. Did you notice that the face was not shown at all?
At
And
At
the,
all.
all.
and the screen, the whole time, the screen was showing. I don't know if you noticed, the screen was showing actual timestamp of where they were. It wasn't something they do in movie prop. It wasn't a movie prop. Everything was accurate. So I'm just suspecting, right, that maybe, and please, so nobody should quote me. This is my mind talking. I'm not certain. Allegedly. I'm just thinking that allegedly that maybe she was actually caught. Then they did back channel communication and all that. Or maybe they found that the thing was not harmful. Then they say, okay, how do we
Damage
reverse
control.
damage control? That's why I think, because I know skits now. Skits is well planned, not be them. I know skit makers. That one didn't look like a skit, even though in my reaction video I say it might be acting, but at the end of the day, that's why it's not good to take all these people seriously. That's why it's not.
That's it.
True. You see, if there's a control, if there's a sanction, and NCC needs to weigh in here. I believe if NCC comes in, there's a control to what goes out, what can
Let me
be
tell you, if I'm a
How do you
content,
to the
control
Nigerian
this?
populace,
I
and
can
there's a penalty.
evade
There's
the
a
NCC.
penalty for the content
Wait,
you share.
Ayobami, I can evade the NCC. Ask me how. Ask
How?
me how.
VPN now.
No, if I'm a popular skit maker and I make a terrible skit, whether I'm immoral skit or anything, all I have to do is to do an anti-government skit subsequently, right? And post it. So that the day they will come for me or find me or arrest me, I can always say that, oh, it's because of the other one. That's why they are arresting me or persecuting me. It's the same game we've been playing in Nigeria since independence. When people don't learn, like it's the same trick, the same game, the same people who do things brazenly. Okay, I don't want to mention them. There's a certain man of God that is in the center of any scandal. For each time you catch him red-handed like this, and red-handed though, he's going to always come up with a conspiracy theory about government
Mm,
pursuing him.
mm.
Meanwhile, what they're catching you for has nothing to do with government. And Nigeria, and that's the magic word you need to say, and Nigerians will believe you. As soon as you just say that, everybody will just go behind you and start supporting you. But this is reality.
We forget too easily as Nigerians, and we forgive. And hence the kind of leaders that we have right now. In a situation where I'm sorry for deviating, but this situation warrants me just talking about Nigerians in general. We forgive easily and we forget. In a situation where I don't want to call name, like Mr. Rantu, a supposed presidential candidate has a lot of baggages.
Mm.
And yet you still see supposed leaders of tomorrow still canvassing for that kind of person, you will understand it. You will understand the kind of, I don't know how to put it. I'm trying to limit my words, or I don't want to say some
It
things.
is that limiting of your words that some people cannot take that makes them just go and open their mouth and do
Because I'm just wondering how we can forgive bad things so easily and just sweep it under the cap. See, our memory for this Nigeria is very short. Very, very
Then
short. We don't forget.
our
Wait, do you know-
memory span is very, very short, and hunger is a motivator with a lot of Nigerians, because again, these people in power who are doing bad things, once they call one or two, look at when that scandal came out about some content creators that went to go, they went to one gala or one event that was done in support of somebody that majority of them had actually spoken against.
Against in during
Watch
NSAS,
them. Sorry, what did you say?
that most of them spoke against that particular person during NSAS.
Exactly. But then when one of them came to defend themselves on social media, but the person was like, all of you complaining and saying that imagine I went to so and so. Una they pay me. Are you putting food on my table? At the end of the day, it's about putting food on my table. And if this person, even if I don't support them, but they say they're going to give me 3 million to come to some gala and sit down there and support them, I will go and I'll collect my 3 million.
Let
It
me
is
ask.
me that knows that personally in my own politics, so I am not going to support them. But when it comes to my money, I don't play. I was like this.
Domestic infrastructure.
Even that statement the person made can make him even refund the money, self. In case you don't know, there's something
In
we need to.
Nigeria.
Yes, now if you say
Mr. Aaron, don't go too far, Mr. Aaron. Let me just give you one instance. Let me give you one instance. Don't go too far. What you just said, don't go too far. You see, in Nigeria, anything goes with Mr. Aaron. I don't know if you know. Anything goes. This guy that sang Zazu, do you know collected money from APC? Is it $3,000? I mean, how much did he collect? He went to Osun State. Do you understand? And God, that guy is a fool. God forgive me. He went to Osun State in support of
my new love now.
He went to Osun State to support APC. When APC lost, he sang for Adeleke. The following day, without even wasting time. That kind of person.
At the end of the day, the guy is after his money. I saw a video.
What are you talking about? And APC will not challenge because they know anything goes. Is it Nigeria? I beg, forget that guy. He's a madman. That's all.
Thanks to that deal, he's now an Azaman.
Abi, and he did a video recently of he went to a party in where was this? In Jamaica or something. And
yes.
Apparently a man came and sprayed him fake dollars. If you see the way he was cussing the guy out, that you came to say to give me fake dollars. Don't that light your yash.
So Nigeria, let's not go too far. What you were saying, Mr. Aaron, Nigeria, we have a very, very short memory.
There's one question.
I will forgive these
questions.
Before you ask the question, Ron, Mr. Femi, please, can you activate your photo so that then I'll be able to add you onto the show? I can see you, but I can't add you on. And then Mr. H, I want you to come back on because I've got a question for you. But let's hear what Ron's got to say.
I have two questions, right? The so-called leaders that we're talking about, are they from planet Mars or United States of America or UK?
No, it's UAE, UAR. Sorry.
I'm asking, where did they grow? They grew. They are
UAR Nigeria now.
They are products of our society, right? And they have
exactly
that they are sponsoring and supporting. The people that we are complaining that are supporting either of any of them, where are they from? Same Nigeria, right? Same Nigeria. Something we need to understand. This statement of he who comes with equity must come with clean hands.
Clean hands.
Time you think that something is wrong and something is not happening, always go back to that statement. It will hold truth every time. Every time. We as a people, we are not no, I don't want to say this in a brash way, but let me speak it in pidgin. We self, we no good. I think that's the best way to say it. We self, we no good.
Mr. Ron, see, I want to say something. Sorry, this, Yoruba says, "Orolo morowa." Now talk, they bring talk.
Now story, they bring another story.
You understand? As it is now, we are actually going somewhere else, which is good because we're just having the conversation in general, which I think is cool. I like to think myself as a good person, though it's actually not paying me. I'm telling you, it's actually not paying.
I wanted to say that just.
It's actually not paying me, but the way the world is going, Mr. Ronnie, there are few good people left.
No, don't say that, oh.
Mr. Ron, wait now. I'm coming now.
Okay.
There are, in my own opinion, let me put it like that. In my own opinion, I think there are few good people left. The way the world is going with the popular culture, the pop culture, the whatever it is that is happening over the world, I don't want to limit it to the LGBTQ and whatever queer and stuff. The popular culture in general, the way the world is going, and the acceptance. I'm a child of the 80s and grown up to see some of these things, which are in existence before, but was limited. But now is in the fall of our society. Makes me come to a conclusion that we are actually few good people left. And eventually the world might come back to the way it used to be.
It will.
And
well,
we will become.
I will caution us with some of the statements because this is a show that is international, and we operate by several rules in different parts of the world.
True.
So I mean, at the end of the day, every human being, irrespective of whatever it is, has a right to be represented, has a right to be seen in whatever form that they are in. It is their right as a human being. True. Whether some of us agree with it, whether some of us don't agree with it. Because if we are condemning one end, then we are condemning every other end. Because everybody,
if you heard me very well, Abby, I said I don't want to limit it to some.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. There's some things that, look, it is what it is. If we've been fighting for one section of the world to have recognition, we can't then say, oh no, this other section of the world cannot get recognition because we don't agree with it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So I need to put that caveat there, please.
Out there, yeah, true. Okay, thank you very much, Abby. I'm grateful. Yeah. So just in general, like nudity, for instance, I don't know if you saw the Bowen primary school, the high school, whatever it is that happened in Nigeria.
That was terrible.
The 11-year-old, and how now we're still coming back to our topic now, and how that kind of video got to the internet, Twitter,
and grown people were begging for video of children.
Do you understand? So I believe, I have my own personal experience. I like I said, I think I am a good person. I am a loyal person. I am loyal to people that have actually shown me loyalty. Do you understand? Till recently, I started discovering that people are actually not loyal. They are just everybody's fighting for interest, and I began to wonder that what is the world turning into? And I to some point I started thinking, I think I am becoming irrelevant because I am not this kind of people. I am not this kind of person. I am a good person. I do not betray my friends or betray anybody's trust. not for anything. I am loyal to a fault. So what am I saying all this? The world is still coming back, and I will be relevant. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't know what even triggered all this. I am just letting it out because I had plans that I pray that whatever it is that we're talking about today on the show has to do with loyalty, which is something that we really, really need to talk about. Maybe one of these days. Nobody's loyal anymore. People are no longer loyal. People are really bad now. People are very, very terrible. Everybody's just fighting for interest.
Operating a greedy society.
Like, I don't know. And the painful thing is, Mr. Ron and Abby, I don't know what is the panacea. What do you think? What do you think can
Well,
be done?
I mean,
Why are humans like this?
well, the sad aspect is, I think, I mean, I totally agree with you. The world is not loyal. You can't take anybody at their word that, oh, you know what, I'm on your side, I'm for you, because things will, and it might take a long time, it might take a while, it might take a year, it might take 2 years, it might take 10 years. But I've come to realize that once people, now someone might start being loyal to you without realizing that there is an opportunity to be gained from you. Then when they go on further with you, they realize, opportunities are here. Oh, let me tap into these opportunities and see what I can learn here. And then from there on, it now becomes, this person doesn't have anything else to offer me. I've surpassed them. And unfortunately, with the world, that's what happens a lot. Once your value to the person who is loyal to you is diminished, their loyalty, they don't feel that they need to extend that loyalty to you anymore. What is your value that I'm being loyal to you? Nothing. So why should I continue to be loyal? They
Abby,
move on
sorry
to
for
the next
cutting you.
thing.
Do you know what? Somebody betrayed my trust. That was last week. I'm just giving you an instance now. And
Okay.
it was so painful. It's a business partner now. It was so painful that when I was trying to explain, I was close to tears. But I just had to pull control. Then this week again, I had there's this business partner also that betrayed my trust. And these people are the people that I can guarantee you transactions of in millions. I don't know if you get my point. We do transactions of millions. Never for once have I done something behind their back or something. And I spoke with people today. And what I could get from them was not my kind of person. And it's the same reply I got from A was what I got from B and C. And let me summarize. It's for me to exploit them when next they come back. And this is not my kind of person.
Don't change your character because someone betrays you, because your reaction to what people do to you tells more about you than them. So you have to be very, very careful that you don't go and let your character change because somebody upset you, somebody betrayed your trust, somebody, told you, oh, I'm on your side, and only for you to discover that no, they are only on their side. It is normal, it's a human thing. So let people that want to do what they want to do, let them do. It won't stop you. Now, they might delay you a bit, but I have come to realize in this life, even if you delay me a bit, that I won't get to where I'm going is a lie. I will get there.
Yeah,
and
but
in fact, I will shock you.
Yeah, but what?
So don't let your character change because of anybody's behavior.
Mr. H, we can hear you.
Mr. H. Before you comment on that one, okay, comment. Then I want to ask you the question. Ron, Mr. Femi has been trying to join. He said that he keeps getting the notice that we blocked him from here. And I've checked, I didn't block him at all. So I don't know. Is there anything on your side? Can you please reach out to him in the private comments to tell him what to do? Because I have checked here. I can't see any way that I didn't block him. So I don't know what's going on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. H.
Yeah, Mr. Abayomi, I just heard what you said about people betraying you. Well, that is the other of the day, and you need to understand that it's just a
Excuse
characteristic
me, my
of
alarm.
it is one characteristic of human beings to betray another. It shouldn't come to you as something new. It's just like in the Bible when you have the fruit of the spirit. It's normal for human beings to be angry, to have grudges, not to forgive. But when you begin to dive down into Christianity and being Christ-like, you shed all those things away. So what my advice to you is that you need to continue being who you are. Don't change. Don't say because they have done this to you, then you start waiting for a revenge. It won't happen. If you are pure in mind and you are straightforward, I tell you, my brother, everything you ask for will work out fine for you. It's because you are dealing with spirits now, and your spirit sometimes is in tune with who you are. So, like for me, I don't worry if people betray me. I'm even happy because my things always go perfectly. I'm just advising,
Continue.
Mr. Abayomi, I'm just advising you, just keep doing what you're doing, keep being pure. Because now, when you want to go and do revenge, it is you they will now come and see as a bad person. The whole world will come and know you now,
Exactly.
but they don't see the one they are doing to you. But when the day you stand up to being bad, you will see how you will cast. Let me use that level. You think you've killed somebody. So just being
Mr. H, thank
yeah,
you very, very much.
yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Abby, I'm so grateful. One good thing is this, um, I wish to say it in Yoruba, and Madam Abby, you are my translator. Please let me translate to those who don't understand. Ọlọ́run ò kí ń kúrò ní ẹ̀yìn olódodo.
Yeah, God doesn't turn away God doesn't turn away from the back of the righteous.
A truthful person, a righteous person. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
See, it is not in my nature to seek revenge. But if something keeps reoccurring, there are some people that we look up to, or so in order not to go crazy, we speak to people. Like this kind of forum now, I like the fact that I'm even letting it out, though I've spoken to people. But what I'm getting from them is not what I'm getting from you guys. You guys are actually positive. You guys are saying,
I'm
yes.
not even saying anything. No.
You will still say,
I didn't say anything.
You will still say,
You will say, don't worry, let him finish what he's saying.
Because the people I spoke with, they were telling me whenever this person comes back or when these people come back, I should exploit them, which is not my kind of person. And
No.
that Yoruba I spoke is actually a testimony in my life, in the sense that when the first person that did it last week actually gave an open door for this week. This person that betrayed me today gave a bigger door for something, like a bigger business now came in. I don't know if you get my point. It's as if how should I put it now? Oh, sometimes I get this English becomes difficult. Sometimes a loss is not a loss. Are we there?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
yes.
listening.
Yeah.
So sometimes a loss is not a loss. When they left, something bigger came. It is not like they created a room for something bigger to come in. So, Mr. H, I'm very grateful. I'm not even thinking towards revenge at all. But I'm actually counting my blessings because they left and something bigger came in.
So
Well,
Abby, can
I think the thing to learn here is don't let people influence you into being who you are not, into doing
Sure.
what you know is not right.
Sure.
Yes, loyalty is a big thing for me. So when someone that I trust, because when I trust you, it means that I'm saying that I value you. I see that, you know what, you can come into my dream, into my world, into my plans, and I can feel safe around you. So when that person now betrays me, there's a feeling of unsafety, like, wow, I thought I could be safe with you, and look at what you've done. But you know what, this is my belief. Even when someone does that, it gives you opportunities to learn more. to have a bigger focus, a deeper focus, to see the world even in a different way. Don't let it cloud your eyes. Don't let it make you feel, like, oh, I'm going to be a bad person. You don't need that. Just continue to be who you are. Now, because I don't want us to deviate from what we're talking about, Mr. H and Mr.
Yeah.
Femi, Mr. H, I have a question for you, but Mr. Yobami, please come back. Oh, don't go away. I'm seeing people are just coming on. Sister Kathy, welcome. Sister Ibitu, welcome. Good evening, welcome.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what's
So,
the question?
Mr. H, I'll come and ask you a question, but Mr. Femi, I know you've been trying to get on, so please, can you share your thoughts on this bad news connection? This thing that people are like, bad news. Yes, let me quickly be the first to share it. It's like, let me be the first to break bad news and spoil people's day. I don't get it. What are your thoughts about this, please? Mr. Femi, can you hear me? Hey, is
Yeah, I
internet
can hear
there?
you. Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Did you hear the question I
Hello,
asked
can
you?
you hear me?
Please. Yes. Mr. Femi, we can hear you.
I think it's freezing.
Chai,
Got
internet.
this
Why are you
question from
doing like
Felix
this?
Peter.
Yeah.
There's a
So
question
Abby,
from
can
Felix
you ask a
Peter.
question so before he comes back?
Okay, we will go into the question, but I want Mr. H to answer a question first. And someone sent me a message privately. I've actually asked them to, you know, I've actually asked them to put the comment on the main page, but they sent me something, and they said, Abby, please, I think you should do an entire new episode on skits. Majority of these guys are real jokers and causing a lot of public nuisance that needs to be addressed immediately. The government has to come into this matter. I'm not joking. No. People are
Hello.
having panic attacks. Hello, Mr. Femi. Please, before
Hello.
let me just finish this question to Mr. H. Mr. H, you will answer it later, but just hear it. Say people are having panic attacks and all sorts because of some of these skits. We've seen places where I've seen a skit where someone walked to a house and said, I'm a prostitute, I've come to collect money from Mr. So and so. And it was the wife that was outside. And in fact, they almost killed her. Oh. She now said, it's a skit, it's a skit. And there was another guy that they ended up beating. He was bleeding from the top of his head in the name of going to go and do skit. So, Mr. H, just keep that thought. Mr. Femi, please. Dr. Senu, welcome. Welcome.
Yes,
Okay,
so,
Mr. Femi, please share your thoughts.
yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Hello.
can. Yes, sir. Mr.
Yeah,
Femi,
good
we
evening,
can hear
everybody.
you.
Yeah, I've been struggling all along to. Okay, I've been
Sorry,
struggling
sir.
along to join the call. Yeah, you know, all I've seen so far is that bad news sells more than good news, but everything boils down to individual because like me, if you put my name out there, you can only see my name as complete on LinkedIn. Other places I set up other platforms with a company name or a media name. I'm not going to be there as Femi, but I'm comfortable with being exposed to who I am on LinkedIn, because why? If you come LinkedIn and do rubbish, you'll be dealt with. I feel comfortable there, and tells you that to me personally, I am not I don't entertain bad. I think 2 hours ago, before I decided to join, I've been speaking about this. And I know that Nigerian lady, what was her name, Cora, and then the white guy. People try to feed me with the stories. I follow it up, but to me, it's like the guy came online and then throughout the story about him and his wife, thinking maybe the Nigerian lady will not fight back because she's in America. He's in America, and then now it's like the whole thing has turned against him, and then you see the guy beat a guy. So in every situation in life, there's the good, bad, and ugly. But also, Abby, I want us to always dwell on the complete nature of every how, why, and the solution, because I've not seen us deal with solution at me. Our upbringing, if you look at all this media platform, blog, and everything, I think after 2000, when we have you see things just spring up in a higher nomenclature, whereby things that I would fear, what would they say? I hope they will not come after me. But now there is no fear. Everybody just want to do everything, want to surpass. I want to have 20, 30, 40, 50 followers. Let me throw it out there. And then before you know it, so not lie, so I not be true, so not fake. And then it becomes norm. So having said that, when you of how to handle it to the government, this people are also human beings. As a minister of information, what will you get? FFK. All these guys also they have their tendency to turn things upside down and then to orchestrate issues to add value to things and then to reduce the value of the right thing. So it's in the all we have people who are of the right mind who come to us, let's put a stop to this rubbish and let's draw the line. Apart from that, I'm telling you, to be with Shonin, what's her name? Olunloyo. that lady is she's something else on her own. She's something else. Few days challenging guy, why has he not come out and make a press conference? This guy lost his son. For God's sake, for crying loud. They were challenging him, come out and make a way for them. The son for Juju, a lot of stories, bad story. No one say, wow. Anytime I heard the story, I bleed in my heart that why you lost your son. But in the media world, it's like it's to come out and us what's going on. So you see, they will miss our priority. But having said that, there's still some people that will say, no, I will never get involved in bad news. I've seen people my book to UK, so you be the editor, I want to switch. By the time I give them what need to do in order to do, they run it, because I'm not going to get involved in all those petty slander, and then because I want to make money, I'm not going to do that. So it's an individualistic standard store of stuff. Because if I'm happy to make £10 and then be happy, £2 accurately, and really I don't want to make 100,000 with fake. I'm teaching myself how to draw the line with that road. Because some people, they want to draw it. There's this that had about 23,000 followers and 2.3 million followers. He engaged me. And I said, okay. I went to his and I saw most of the things. I said, no, comfortable. I said, okay, bye, I see you. I want to make that money. It's going to be 60-40 or 70-30. And I give him this 70 or so. I'll make this content does not align with me. So, but boy, Yes, I will rather stay along that confine Kodamo and be happy than making money and then making throw lies at people. And one day I'll be fine. There is the good, the bad, and ugly in every situation.
Okay, Mr. Femi, the connection is
People
not
have
very
done it
good.
before. They realize the
So
mistake, they draw the line, say, I'm not going back there. Or people are saying, no, studying.
The connection is just too bad. It's
the
not coming.
connection is really, really bad. So it's very hard to piece together what Mr. Femi is saying. But I think I got a good clue of what he was trying to say. That it's what people think is important to them. Some people, they will do anything to get views. They'll go and fight anybody, enter any conversation. It makes sense, makes sense. Just so that let me get, even if it's only two subscribers I can get from that show. Anything to get subscribers. Some people is views. They want to be popular. They want they want to be used as a meme. They want their video to be sent all over the world, and they will say and do, and it's like, when is it enough? When is it that what you have said is the height of what you can say? It's like, no, if I said this person is mad, tomorrow I have to say this person is stupid, then next tomorrow I have to say this person is mad and stupid. Then it's like you have to keep topping up the insults and the bad news and the everything just to keep what it is that you need. It's absolutely crazy what people would do. I mean, just like how you said about social media, again, this skits thing. So going back to the question I was asking Mr. H, Mr. Dr. Seno, I can see you. So please just indicate when you want to come on. So Mr. H, Mr. Femi, I hope you can come back. The connection is bad, but please come back. Same thing with Ayobami, please come back. Okay, Mr. H. So back to the question. You will see these skit makers, and now, in fact, they have added a layer to the whole internet thing, because now when you see anything on social media, your natural inclination is it true? Because of these skit makers who keep making these crazy skits that now make us doubt whether any, and I see a danger. But before I talk about the danger, Mr. H, what do you think, or what do you say?
Oh, Mr. H has come now. He's saying that I'm supposed to speak.
He hasn't come on. Dr. Sheni hasn't come on. So when he comes on, I will add him on. Yeah.
Yeah, my own take is that, like I said, in our country, Nigeria, it's becoming too much. One thing about we as a nation is that whenever we see something that is probably bringing money, easy money, quick money, or people are doing it, everybody wants to do it at the same time. At the end of the day, abusing it and using it to spoil the show or anything. I've seen those skits that will result in people being beaten, the skit makers being beaten up. Some, there was blood all over his body. Some, they almost even stabbed him to death because of this skit making. And like somebody said earlier on, they need to put a measure. They need to know themselves who is making skit and who is not making skit. Because even I've heard about somewhere in America, I don't know if I'm sure, that a skit maker actually was killed doing skit. Because some people you can think you are making a joke with them, but they don't know that you're making a joke with them, and they take it very serious, and the damage has been done. And at the end of the day, if you take them to court and you go and say, oh, he was making skit and he didn't know, he stabbed him to death, well, he's free to go. Right? He's staying on his own and making skit. And and some people have been in this kind of situation before that is scary, and you are trying to repeat it in the name of skit. They can respond anyhow. Like you've been in a hijacking before, and now you are making a skit of hijacking, and you are coming to the same person and you don't know, and the person is still dealing with that trauma, and the person really, you are trying to hijack him, and he brings out his gun or something and stab you to death. Things like that. So like I said, the government needs to begin to put a measure. They need to begin to know themselves, and they need to bring a guideline. You know, in Nigeria, that's why I used to say our country people, we are not disciplined. That is the problem we have. Anything in our land, we are not disciplined. That is why we are in chaos. In any place that there's no rules and regulation, it boils down to chaos. It's as simple as that. People do skit all over the whole world, everywhere, but there are rules that they follow. They need to be registered. They need to follow the rules. They need to know the area they want to do the skit, because this thing, like what Abby was saying now, the lady actually thought that the lady actually put poison in that guy's drink. I was even telling somebody yesterday that you can see what happened in Nigeria, that a lady that only to now we are hearing that it's a skit. Can you imagine that kind of thing? You know, can you imagine that kind of thing? What if that the person that they were putting the drink was not involved in the skit, and maybe it's a skit that the person doesn't know, and you see that thing on the camera and goes back and probably take out something and kills the lady? Who are we to blame? So the government need to set a guideline, a rule to say, okay, if you're a skit maker, let us know you, and if you're going, these are the rules you need to follow when making skit, so that you won't get into trouble, because the society need to be protected, and you, the skit maker, need to be protected. So you see, there's one I see that is very even dangerous. The guy with the soldier clothes, with the soldier regalia, going around pracking people with soldier regalia. You can see wearing soldier regalia, you are pranking. You know, it's sometimes, and those people that are
somebody mute yourself. You are listening on two devices.
With the soldier regalia, going around pracking. So we need a kind of census to all these things. We need a kind of rules and regulation that these skit makers, and you see some of these skit makers, they are making some of the skit they're making doesn't even make sense
at all.
I can mention 5 of them that it does not make any sense. That sometimes you just wonder, maybe it's and they spend a lot of money making all this rubbish thing, and they put it out there. It's not even making sense. Some of them are not skit makers. Some of them are not even funny. It's only the few ones that are funny, you know. And again, most of them, like as I said, we need guidelines. Most of them are all about women. There is a situation that happened some months ago when they were giving an award, and they gave it to Mr. Sabinus, the investor Sabinus, and everybody was coming out, why didn't they give it to Macaroni? He's the one they think he win the award. And the organizer said, look, if you watch Mr. Macaroni's skit, it's all about women. It's not giving value. It's not being educative. But Sabinus' skit is more educative and it's more fun, and that was their justification, and I agree with them. If you watch Mr. Macaroni, it's all about women, and you know, but you know, it's so we need guidelines. We need just like the Yoruba movie, they have guidelines, and the English one they have guidelines. I think these skit makers need guidelines to protect the community and to protect themselves from danger as well. That's my take on the matter.
Thank you so much. Now, Dr. Senu, please, are you there?
If you give me 5 minutes, I'll be done and I'll be able to talk. I'm just a bit tied up. Yeah? Hello? Hello?
Yes, we hear that. He said it's been tied up. Yeah, he said it's been tied up. Yeah, we heard that.
Sorry, I can't hear anything. I think the reception may be very poor. I'm in a very poor reception area. I think I'll get out of here and then maybe just give a comment or two if it's appropriate. Yeah. But now I can hear people. Anyway,
hello,
yeah, sorry, I'm in a poor reception area. I'll be out of here shortly.
Okay.
Okay. I think Dr. Senu was saying that is in because I got kicked out, so I had to come back in. Now, for anyone who's going to be tuning in to watch the show later on, maybe you don't have the time to watch it now, but you're going to tune in later. We are talking about this rush to be breakers of bad news. It's like, you know, everybody's become a bad news journalist, breaking news, but bad news journalist. There's so many good things happening in the world, but no, nobody wants to talk about that. They all want to talk about bad things. Now, Mr. Femi, you said you have changed your device. Let's see whether your device is on our side now. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, can you hear me now? Clearly?
Yes, now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, what I was trying to say is that at any time you bring out or you create a platform like this, also your different topic, let's try as much as possible to make it balance it, the problems and the solution. Let's always discuss about solutions, so at least that will be like a take home for us all. Because in every situation, I always say this, I always use the word balance and imbalance. There's always a balance and imbalance. There's always men and women who grew up to be a one-sided imbalance. They have an imbalanced lifestyle. How to deal with ladies, how not to deal with ladies, how to deal with men, how to allow people to just blind your eyes away from things and behave as if you don't see it. Like one of our speakers said a while ago, that he was being used, he was being let down, and then he has to seek advice what to do, what not to do. I'm telling you, I've got a lot to say to you about that. You know, it will happen, and then 5-10 years down the road, you realize that those people are even worse off than you. So, like this media thing, I can tell you is everything starts from the millennia. You know, before the 2000s, we have that. We have that. What would they say? How can I do this? My family, except the ones that have just thrown away, and those who doesn't have a reference point to dad, mom, or family, friends, and their cousins and aunties, uncles. But now it's like, when they see me and I come with my car and I'm shedding out money, so they will just respect me. So the value, we've lost the value in terms of, we lost the value. We just want to make things happen. And then if you go online and see the skits, I always monitor skits from Bangladesh, India, America, and you see those skits. They quickly shut it down when it starts and it goes wrong. They shut it down. But us, we take things to the extreme. We learn it, we grab it, and we take it to the extreme. And then before you know it, and we know that our situation is volatile. We don't have that mentality of it's a skit. Before you know it, blood has been shed, fighting, slapping, hitting. So this our environment and the other environment are separate environments, separate. So you have to be very careful. And to me, I've seen people come to me that say, you know what, my Facebook is domiciled in Nigeria, Africa. Can you become my editor on this side so you start making money? When I go through their content, I say, sure, that's not for me. That's not for me. So I can't be part of this. And then it's 70-30, at least making 30% of the proceeds. Just the job, but no, I will never go that road. I will never go to make 30% while my heart is not into it. Or maybe people come to me and say, no, let's do this. So Femi, if you type my name, Femi Coutinho, you only see my name on LinkedIn. In other platform, my name is not there. What is this or that? Because I'm comfortable with LinkedIn. I know you can't play pranks at me on LinkedIn, and if you come there and make rubbish, you'll be dealt with. But others, I feel comfortable with my face, my name on LinkedIn, but other platform you never type, you never see. But I'm there. I'm on Facebook, I'm there, but I'm not there as my name. That's why I make sure.
Hey, Mr. Femi, your internet has done it again. Well, you know what Mr. Femi is saying is very, very important. Now, I'm on Twitter. Now, this is the funny thing. My Twitter, my Instagram. Okay, I'm on 3 things: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. My Twitter and my Instagram were set up by my friends because they were like, come and join this thing. You must join it. So I will set it up for you. And then they gave me control later on, like, oh yeah, take it, change the password, whatever. But Facebook was the one that I used my own hands to go open. But I've come to realize something. what you expose yourself to, or what you attract
What's
yourself,
going on? They keep kicking me out.
I don't know what's going on. The thing keeps kicking you out, Mr. Femi. But it's fine. I'm actually elaborating on what you're saying. You is what you
Okay.
desire to see that you attract. Like what
I
Mr.
think it's
Femi
the bottom
said.
of my end, the nuts.
No, it's all right. Don't worry about it, sir. We've gotten what you're saying. You know, like me, I'm on Twitter and I'm on Instagram, but I rarely see rubbish because I don't subscribe to it. I will see Instablog. I'm not subscribed to Instablog. I don't follow them, nothing. Because at the end of the day, do I want that kind of mess in my life? So it is what we go after, what we follow, what we chase, that will chase us. If you are subscribed to every rubbish thing that is out there, and then you're complaining that rubbish is coming into your house, you're coming to your name is involved in one thing, they're calling you into one thing that does not, then whose fault is it? You went and looked for the trouble yourself. There are some things that when they say, oh, this is I don't have an opinion, I do not put my mouth in it. No matter, I might talk to somebody privately, like sometimes I'll call Ron and I'll talk to Ron about something privately, but you will never see me put anything publicly, because at the end of the day, it's not my fight, it is not my conversation. I'm not even interested in having that conversation publicly, so I will have it privately or not have it at all and let it be. And the problem is this sense of worth. Everybody's sense of worth now is tied to the opinion of others. What do people think? I have a comedy page on Instagram, Monsura, but I put the videos there. If at least there are a few people who are like, oh, I look forward to seeing the video, I look forward to the video, but I don't let my head swell and go, oh, I'm a comic person, because the same people who are saying, oh, I'm looking forward to it, can turn around. I'm not saying they will, but they can turn around and go, what rubbish is this? How can you put this? Because it does not subscribe to what they want to see. So if you tie your worth to the opinion of others, to the followership of others, to the hailings of others, then you are really looking to a serious downfall. In fact, Dr. Senu, if you can come on, there was something you put on our private, on the group that we are on, about people seeking the applause of others and how they will be disappointed in a terrible, terrible way. Now, Ron, because in fact, I think we have to come back and discuss this thing again. Okay, before you come, I just want to make a shout out to all the IIC people. I can see you guys are amazing. Look at my people. See this kind of love. Thank you so much. God bless you. I can see all of you, Sister Nora. Febola of the highest. You are the highest of all the Femis. Don't worry, your name is protected. Sister Kathy,
Sorry, I had my name, but I don't know what was it you said.
Dr. Senu, I was saying that you put out something on the IIC group about people seeking the applause of others. That if people tie their self-worth to the applause of others,
the problem I have with this reception. Oh dear, it's just drifting in and out. If you can hear me, just wave your hand, because I can't hear myself.
Yes, I can hear you.
Right. Okay. I'll be very brief about this because I can't hear myself. What I would say is this: I think everybody should go and learn what are the dangers of social media. And one of the most dangers of social media is that we tie our self-worth to the number of likes, to people liking our posts, to people agreeing to our opinions. And it takes us away from reality that doesn't happen in real life. If you are discussing with people in real life, people can disagree with you, but they disagree on one point or the other. It doesn't take anything from you. It's a discussion. But with social media, there's a certain addiction to likes, addiction to social media popularity. Now, that is not good for mental health, and people should really try to detox. That is why, doing social media in reasonable amounts is advised, whether it's Facebook, Whether it's Twitter, I don't even do Twitter and Instagram. People that have them like you. But coming back to two things. The first thing is the creation of skits, which was mentioned earlier. And my thinking there is that you can't really control people's love for bad news. There's something the Germans call Schadenfreude, which is human beings gleeful at somebody else's bad news. It seems to be very, very common these days, and it's very ugly. People are happy when something bad is happening to somebody else. And that is why they joyfully say, it's like the Yoruba people say, cholera about Shemi Omo Elomi Nikoshi. It's a very horrible thing. It's as if we've lost all sense of empathy to think that there go I, but for the grace of God. It's like sharing gory images on social media and thinking there's nothing wrong with it. But not straying too far away from the topic. Skits are skits. I remember when I was younger, my father used to tell me, whatever you are watching on TV, it was acted. There was a cameraman there. There's somebody directing the script. Don't get too carried away. And I think we should have that idea too. Whenever you see a video on social media, somebody was there with the camcorder. Somebody was there directing things. It is not real. But we love to feel the artificial world we live in, which is almost perfect, we are not victims of somebody slapping somebody. So when you talk about regulation, we cannot regulate it. What you can do is that when there is a skit, people should say after the skit that a disclaimer that this is a skit. It is only it is a you see, and if people do that, then you can still you can enjoy the skit without getting carried away and wanting to go and kill somebody or the other. How many of us have not been victims of condemning a man or a woman or a child or a girlfriend only to find out that the whole thing was acted? How does that make us feel? Do we reflect later that I need to be more careful about believing all this nonsense? Because social media disinformation and misinformation is on a different level. But it doesn't mean we can't be entertained. But we have to realize something. Social media is not real life. And real life means that if the things we shouldn't be doing in real life, we should try avoid doing them in social media. You won't go to somebody's house and find out that their son was killed. But because the man last week shot a woman in public, you now say, serves him right. His son was killed. Last week, who does that? So back to your original thing, Abby. Yes, we need to do detoxification of social media and realize that it's not a replacement for real life. It's not. We just seem to be perfect in Nigeria about skits and Instablog. I don't do all those things because I always know that 9 out of 10 times it's entertainment, but they will not be honest enough to say it is entertainment because for those who are in blogs and want likes and their followers and all that, it's dishonesty by them. So if people are being dishonest, why would they need protection? Can they not say after the skit that this is only for entertainment, it's not real life? But they can't because they are trying to protect their income. So when people are doing dishonest things, it comes back to bite them. But the problem is the people who are consuming it, do they not have sense? This is if it's not likely to be true, it is probably untrue. But it's a very, very unregulated world out there. But the human nature of being gleeful at bad news, I don't think that can be regulated. That's a personal thing. And people just have to understand that being happy at somebody else's bad news is a character flaw. It's
serious. It's serious.
You can't really regulate, adults and the way they think and behave. But in terms of skits, and the other man, the gentleman talked about social media. I've been watching a program on BBC about scamming. It's amazing how the scamming that goes on with many of us is because we are so free with our information on social media. Bad people know things about us because we are so willing to give it just for the transient thrill of enjoying it. That's why, for instance, this Niger NG and all those things. Whenever somebody sends me news and they want me to download the app and put my details, I say no. This news is not important enough for me to share and off I go. Well, I'm only talking for myself. But not to go too far away from the topic, it is us who have to regulate our love for bad news. Bad news is bad news, wherever it happens to. And also, when it comes to social media consumption, we need to be very discerning. If it looks too good to be true, it's probably untrue. And think about it. Whenever something is so well scripted and there's a camcorder there, clearly somebody directed and took it. It is not true. Somebody is sleeping with somebody's wife. All these things are all acted. But people are so hungry for that sort of thing, free entertainment, Netflix without paying for it, that you get carried away. So I don't know. As I said, I didn't. I just it's just my little 2 pence worth. So
Thank you
thanks.
so much, Dr. Seno. Thank you. Honestly, you've mentioned so many things. And Ron, I'm going to ask you to please read out the comments. So that we can wrap up the show because we've gone over the 2 hour. We have not gone over 2 hours in a long time, but we have today. But Dr. Seno, something you said reminded me as to why I adjusted my behavior online. I went into Manchester. I just joined Facebook. I was all over Facebook, posting this, posting that, and I went to Manchester and I got on the tram. And the tram was packed. And man was like, Abby, how are you? How are you feeling now? Is your body okay? And I'm wondering, who is this man? I don't know who he is. But I couldn't. So I was like, yeah, thank you. And I'm looking at him like, I don't know you, but how do you know about this? I was like, oh, how is there? And he was asking me intimate questions like, how is so and so and so? And so people in the tram could see that I was like, okay, but I still don't know you. And I was like, oh, you don't know me? He said, I follow you on Facebook. And it was like somebody slapped me. Like, so with my own hand, I put out my entire news on social media. And a man I don't know from Adam was talking to me as if I had spoken to him privately. Like me and him, I shared gist. So it made me start thinking, what am I putting on social media? So I think it's something that we need to all be thinking about. And also this psyche of, we rejoice over the downfall of others. Is it really something to be proud of? So yeah, Ron, please take it away.
Olufemi system as Yari. Olufemi, we see you, the Wonder Queen. Olufemi again, shaky internet connection. Not sure if from my end or not. We can't hear you. No name. Felix on Coron, we can't hear you. Felicia, no, not audible. Felix on Coron, you're mute. Felix, yes. Felix, but on Coron is mute. Felicia, Abby, I can hear you, but not the other guy. That's me. Felix, we can hear you now on Quran. Felicia, okay, I can hear both of you. Please do again. Femi, Olufemi, the ease at which we can connect to the world via our cell phones is both a good and a bad thing. I agree with you. Olufemi, again, we have all turned to breaking news journalists. Sorry, I thought we deleted that. Felix, everyone kindly like the stream. They didn't even obey the instruction. Okay. Felix, there are a few good people left though. It was a wrong narrative for hopelessness. Felix, I don't believe though that there are a few good people left. It's a popular narrative for hopelessness. Felix, it's an upside down society. Felix, again, when you are good these days, it looks like a miracle to people. Mike didn't cheat in the big brother house because he was married and everybody was busy celebrating him for not cheating. In the house, I asked myself, is it then normal for him to cheat? Why are they celebrating what should be?
Normal.
Big brother. Felix, normal. Okay. Kathy Audu, Femi, Ibidun. Good evening, everyone. Kathy, Femi, you're here too. Again. Ibidun, salam alaikum, Abi. Kathy, looking for algorithm to move on their page. It's about the views there. Shenu, hi. On YouTube, not sure mobile data is good for this. Aderemi Adebite. Abby, I think you should do an entirely sorry. Abby, I think you should do an entirely new episode on skits. Majority of those guys are really jokers and causing a lot of Right, let me mute you. Public nuisance that needs to be addressed immediately. Nora, I see you. IIC crew. Okay, Olufemi, I'm here. Oh. Olufemi, Kathy, Audio, I'm here. Oh. Kathy, Audio, sensation sells. And that's all.
That's right. So round us off, please, and let's say good night to everyone, please.
So let us bow our heads.
Please.
I'm just joking. I know you people come and chew me later. Anyway, so just like you've all seen, you've all heard. Personally, I think we are all in agreement. And correct me if I'm wrong. I think we are all in agreement that there indeed has to be government regulations on how we use social media. Some people might not like it, and some people don't even understand the implications. All they think is once you say government, they just say, they want to stifle free speech. You don't want us to talk and everything. Information will always be disseminated, but the issue is that we've come to a point whereby we are abusing our freedom. That's the only nice way to say it. I don't see any other. Is there any other better way to put it across? We ourselves are abusing the freedom that we naturally got from the creator. We are abusing it, and if we don't do something, people are I know people have gotten heart attack from this nonsensical stuff being posted. People have been hurt. People have not even recovered from the damage. We only gave example of relating bad news over social media for someone. Imagine somebody driving or somebody somewhere very delicate, then all of a sudden he sees all his business on social media, or somebody close to him. It might not be directly his family. Him or her, sorry. We need to be very careful. We all need to be responsible. We are all adults. I don't think we should be behaving like children at this point in time. I know the social media has a certain level of gratification that we do enjoy. Some of us are guilty of it. I'm not claiming saints, but everything should be done in moderation. Love yourselves, love everybody around you. If you love everybody around you, you'll be concerned about their feelings. Don't hurt people. We gave example of Femi. What's her name? Kemi Olunloyo. But when you dig back, you see that at the time of her lowest point, she was kicked on the floor, and nobody was there to save her. I wish we all had this energy we are using against her now to protect her and say, listen, this thing we are doing is not me. This thing you guys are doing is wrong. Don't do it. Then if she misbehaves, I'm sure she wouldn't have done what she's doing now because she felt nobody was there to look out for her. And this is no justification for her crazy outbursts these days. I'm not justifying it, but I'm just saying that we should try and take care of everyone. Let's not select who we are taking care of. Everyone is important. Let's take care of, because if we love everybody, we'll be interested in their well-being. So until then, again, Abby, sign out.
Okay, well, I think from what we've all been able to, I think we need a part 2 because we really haven't dealt into skits. In fact, I'm going to try my hardest to find some skits that have recorded, to bring extreme reaction, so we can see what it is that people do and cause that can cause problems, not just for the people that they do it to, but even for themselves. So we're going to continue this conversation next week. So, but thank you to every single person. IIC crew, you guys are amazing. I don't even know how to explain.
Please, if you've enjoyed the show, as soon as the live stops, go to the comment section, leave your comments there, and please help us click the like. It's free. They're not charging.
Like, subscribe, share.
They're not charging anybody money for it. Please, I beg you, just click like, subscribe, and share with other people so that they also can leave their comments. Let it not end on this live, because I noticed that each time the live stops, everybody moves on. We are here to solve societal issues. We are all one. Okay. So
Okay, so Mr. Ron has put out an emphatic plea right there. So till we do this again, same time, same place, you guys remain wonderful and we remain blessed, because we're blessed that you're in our lives and you come and watch the show. So take care and God bless. Take care. Bye.